Hey everybody, it's Brian Redgrave here, the one and only, as far as I'm aware. And today, we're going to be talking about the releases that have shocked the world. WWE has released some big names, no loser names, no wrestlers nobody cares about, no big names. So we have thoughts we want to discuss about it. So joining me, we got Jordan
Yo,
and we got Mr. Castle himself.
Howdy.
So we're going to be discussing the superstars that were released today. Shocker, right? We're all wrestling fans
Black
here.
Wednesday version 2, you mean?
This is the third version.
Yeah,
Like,
third
we had
version.
one last month, we had one last year. So let's just start right off the bat, right? Let's start with one of the big ones. Braun Strowman.
The
What do we?
weakest, all right, the weakest release on that list was Lana.
All right.
We
So
all, I think we can all agree
let's
on
start
that.
with let's start with Lana. Was anybody surprised by that?
No, her in ring, her. All right, look, listen. I love CJ Perry. She's gorgeous. However, she sucks. She's not a wrestler. She's valet. Without Miro, no, no. She should have went a long time ago. They brought back Eva Marie to cut at least six out of that list that were actually really good in-ring wrestlers.
Yeah, and that's WWE for you, right? So yeah, I
So that
personally,
sounds, I'm trying to tell you, Vince McMahon is going to be a pervert, and as he gets older, it's going to be worse. Remember what I
what's
told you
that?
off the camera? AJ Lee once stated that Vince came to her and said she needs to pretty herself up a little bit more. Because if men don't look like they can sleep with her, they won't buy her merch. And she won't get a push. He's nasty.
That's a
Nasty man.
horrendous thinking. So I wasn't surprised at all by Lana. Yeah, I agree. She should have been gone a long time ago. The moment Rusev left should have been her exit as well. I I don't see the potential in one without the other. She was amazing as Rusev's manager, like early Rusev, not this thing later on. Early Rusev. Um, so yeah, I wasn't shocked. In fact, I think it's actually I don't wish anybody any ill will, right? Like these are people losing their jobs. That that sucks, and I'm not happy for any of them in that regard.
Not at
They're
all.
bad for all of them, right? These are their jobs. We're still living in this pandemic nonsense and all this. So, but from a wrestling standpoint, she should have been gone a long time ago. She's not a good wrestler. She is, in my opinion, one of the perfect managers. She's excellent on a mouthpiece. She was excellent for Rusev. But as herself, I don't see the value in her in that talent. So her being gone, I personally could care less. What about you, Jordan? What do you think about Lana being released?
you see, he basically stole the words right out my mouth, right there. She was a good manager when Rusev was around. She should have just stuck as a manager and an in-ring talent. She was ass. She basically was another Eva Marie, you know. And now that Eva Marie's returning,
Yeah, they swapped
rumors
out
are
one
that
Eva. They swapped out one Eva Marie for another.
rumors are she's gonna return as a manager. I hope she stays that way.
Listen, you know what the thing with Eva Marie? You know why they brought her back? Realistically, she's a gorgeous looking woman, right? So of
Oh,
course
oh yeah, she is. Yeah, she has the looks,
in
but
my
she doesn't
opinion,
have the
they're bringing her
talent.
back for eye candy because when you have a hot manager, you pay attention to that wrestler. But
Everybody
So
wants to see Lana. When Rusev would
they
come
got
out
rid
with
of
Lana, fucking Lana was the show.
and Sable,
Yeah.
Mark Merrill.
they, but yeah, they got rid of one trash for the other.
So I think we're all in agree. Do we all agree that she's probably gonna go to AEW to be with her
Oh,
husband?
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
So not even,
Absolutely.
yeah, not even a
That's
point discussing it.
guaranteed.
Yeah, I'm
Con
pretty
already
sure.
has her number.
I'm pretty sure Miro himself will go to the office. I need my wife here. Done. All right. So
Look, listen.
go
Tony
ahead.
Khan got something big going on down there because Mark Henry of all people, the biggest WWE shill I think I've ever seen next to Booker T, he jumped ship and didn't tell nobody.
That's not true. It was reported earlier today. I think it was earlier today. He actually said he spoke to Vince about it. And he
Yeah,
told Vince.
yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was reported earlier today, this morning.
And
He
Vince
told
respected the
Vince,
decision.
and Vince gave him his blessing. He said the biggest star in the league, Shield, besides Booker T. So, all right. The other weakest name in there is a guy, a
Santana
girl.
Garrett.
Yeah, that none of us really like.
We don't know her.
I don't even think that's worth discussing. No disrespect to her. So,
Sorry, Santana, I don't know who you are. We've
so
never even heard of you.
because I don't know who you are, lady. I'm not even gonna discuss where you might go because I don't know what you bring to the table, right? So let's just let's just move on. So go ahead, pick a name, Jordan.
Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott.
Sad. Tragic. Tragic.
Jordan, why don't you start? What do you think about Ruby Riott? And do you think it's a shame she got released, or do you think it was a good decision?
You see, while scrolling through Twitter, I read that she was a great ass person to the ladies in the locker room.
I read that too.
And
That she was one of the people's favorite backstage.
yeah, and to get just like the Iconics, they were the favorites backstage also. But to get rid of freaking Ruby, who was with Liv, now lives alone. The Riot Squad's over officially now.
2 down, 1 to
Ruby,
go.
in my opinion, Ruby's like the talented out of that group. You know,
Yes, wrestling ability wise,
wrestling wise,
Ruby was ahead of the pack out of the three of them.
and that's why it was called the Riot Squad. Ruby Riot, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was a good wrestler. She shouldn't have been let go. But now we get to see her sign maybe on Impact, on AEW somewhere.
Yeah, I will say, I've always thought this for a long time. Ruby Riott is very underrated. I think she got overshadowed, right? Because you got the Sasha Banks, you got the Baileys, you got the Beckys, you got the Charlottes, blah blah
Yeah,
blah. You got the Asuka. So she always got
yes.
overshadowed by those bigger names. But when she could go, she could go. I still remember when she wrestled Charlotte Flair. I think it was for the women's title, SmackDown. And I remember Ruby Riott gave her a run for her money. Hell of a performance. Underrated. I I don't I don't understand why she was let go because she could work it as a singles and she could work it as a tag team. And the fact that the Riot Squad never won any gold despite having a women tag division and titles, it's a crime that I will never understand.
You know, she has so much more to offer on the table, I believe. So much. It shouldn't have happened.
What do you think, Castle of Ruby Riott?
She's gonna land right on her feet. I've seen her in-ring ability. She's like, you know who's next? I'm not to sidetrack the subject. Another person that come up from NXT that got buried that was extra super talented, Nikki Cross. I'm expecting to see
Yes.
her soon, like real soon.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love Nikki Cross. That's another misused talent. There's a list. There's a list of misused talent on the WWE roster.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You could probably make a top 20 misused
Right.
talents in the company.
Today were actually very surprising, but not too surprising, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So what do you
Vince
think?
wants sports entertainers. He don't want wrestlers.
Yeah.
Wrestlers are good. AEW is all about wrestling. They have their cinematic shit, but they are about performance, wrestling, 20-minute bouts. These people want to wrestle. They want to be more creative. They want to do stuff with their own talent. Vince is the iron fist, man. That's the iron fist of WWE. Nothing goes by without Vince's approval. You understand?
Absolutely.
So we're stuck in this situation where they've got avenues. It doesn't necessarily mean they have to go to AEW. They got several different places they can go. Andrade, he went right to AAA. That was the smartest move he ever did because he's going to be a star down there. And he's getting ready to get his first fight with Kenny Omega. Omega's hot right now. He's hot.
I don't want to talk about Andrade because that's just going to create a rant.
Wasted talent. Wasted talent.
Gonna rant here.
Let's hear it.
No, I don't want to talk about it. Andrade was wasted the moment he joined the main roster. The moment he left NXT, I don't think he ever actually stood anywhere good because even when he won the U.S. title, it's not like they ever did anything with him. He was champion, but he didn't feel like a champion. Then you give him this faction, dope faction, Andrade, Angel Garza, Austin Theory, fucking Selena Vega, like dope faction, just butchered completely. That faction never went anywhere. And the faction was there to enhance other people. The fact that Andrade, I think he beat Drew McIntyre in NXT, if I recall right.
Yeah, he
and
did.
Then in the main roster, he could barely keep up with him. That is the prime example of how NXT and the main roster are viewed. Andrade can take out McIntyre in NXT, but Andrade can't. They can barely beat Drew McIntyre on the main roster. So I don't even want to talk about Andrade no more. You know what? I hate seeing talent I like leave, right? Even sometimes, even if they're misused, because it's like, man, I'm not gonna see Aleister Black no more. Okay. But in Andrade's case, him leaving was probably a blessing because the moment Heyman was out of creative, they never did anything with him. So, anyway, back to the topic. Where do you think? No, where do you want or think Ruby Riot's gonna go?
If I had to take a stab in the dark, if Tony Khan didn't already call her and see if she wanted a spot, she'll probably end up at Ring of Honor, maybe even Major League Wrestling, MLW.
Oh, MLW.
Yeah, she might end up there. And she could be on Impact. The Impact women's division is actually pretty stacked as of right now.
I think Impact.
So she might find some talent down, like Jordan Grace. That's a face you probably never see. Look her up on Instagram. She's holding it down in Impact, the Impact women's division. I'd love to see her and Tessa Blanchard get their rematch. Because I haven't
watched Impact in like probably a whole decade, for the record.
I only catch the matches I want to see, and I catch them on YouTube.
But I have read that for the past couple months, Impact has been mostly killing it.
But why is that? Say his name.
Crossover.
Say it one more time. Louder for the people in the back. Kenny Omega is the reason why Impact is on the map again. The belt collector. I want y'all to pay attention. That is Thanos of the wrestling world right now. He's taking them all.
He's collecting stones right now.
He's collecting the belts. He's going around taking them all.
That's Ruby Riot. Go ahead, Kastle. Pick another one of the releases today.
Now, this don't make sense to me. I'm glad they did, because poor Aleister Black. What a tragic story about a man that was going to be compared to, but not actually mimicking The Undertaker in his entrances and epicness. What don't make sense to me is they released him today, and then a week ago, I seen on Sportskeeda that they wanted to offer Zelina Vega a contract to come back. What sense? That goes back to what I told you about Vince. Vince can sell Zelina Vega. Vince can't sell Aleister Black. You understand?
Yeah, I had read that too, that they wanted Zelina Vega back. But releasing her husband doesn't make any sense as a way to bring her back. Unless they were we lost them. We lost Jordan. Unless they didn't even think about it, they're probably like, hey, let's really ask for Alistair. And after they did it, oh fuck, what about the Selena deal?
Stupid. Fucking dumb.
Outside of that, then he's back. Let me add him again. There he is. So yeah, it doesn't make
Sorry
any
about
sense.
that.
We figured you were busy. And so yeah, what makes even less sense to me is how Alistair Black is missing for months. Probably like 6 months without ever being used. Okay. Alistair Black's not missing. You would think that they're going to release him. Might as well do it now, right? He hasn't been seen on TV for 6 months. Nobody remembers probably how he got written out. But then they bring him back for vignettes, backstage vignettes, hyping his return. Pretty cool vignettes, actually. Then he makes his re-debut attacking Big E, setting up a feud. This was 2 weeks ago. And then the following week, neither Big E or him are on TV. Rumor was that it was to extend the feud and not blow it out so immediately, give him time to let people think. But here we are the following week, he gets released. So the last time we seen Black, he laid out Big E to set up a feud when he finally made his re-debut and he gets released. It doesn't make any sense. It does creatively.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make sense in any way. It doesn't make sense, right, from a talent pool perspective because he's one of their best wrestlers. It doesn't make sense on a wrestling storyline because he just came back, laid out Big E. Why? Who the fuck knows? We'll never know because he's no longer around. It doesn't make any sense as to why they would do that. Because if they're going to release him, why even have him re-debut? Why even reintroduce him?
This is how you know that it was really, it really was probably off the cuff. Like Vince made a spur of the moment decision.
He stated that it came out of left field for him. He wasn't expecting it because
Right.
he decided to develop that new character.
Like I said, there's something going on. Something going on behind the WWE back scenes nobody's talking about. They cut a lot of talent
today. I was like, I feel like releasing 6 more talents.
He just woke up one day and said, you are cut. Vince does that. He's notorious for the shit. He woke up one day, he pointed at him, you, and you, fired. Get out of here. Get out of my face. He's like that. You can go ahead and do that like beyond the mat and all that stuff. Vince is a real asshole.
Just so you know, the camera's like so cut away from your face. I mostly see your shoulder. Yeah, no, it just. I think right. We still have 2 more releases to talk about. But personally, out of all the releases, that's the one that hurt me the most. That's
the one that struck the chord. But you know, good for him because he gets to go back to being his creative self. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Tommy I know he's probably a lock for AEW because they can use him in so many ways.
He said what?
Like he could join the Dark Order. He'd be perfect. He'd be the new leader.
That was a team that had Brody Lee in it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Brody Lee. Yeah.
The cult leader.
Yeah. No, and let's be honest.
I love the Dark Order.
And let's be honest, Alistair definitely has the look, the character, the persona for that.
Yes.
And
I'd book him to go take over the Dark Order.
And most of all, he has the talent. That's the thing about Alistair. He's an amazing talent. Wrestling ability, I will definitely say, like, not daily no more, but in the current roster before he got released, he was definitely a top 5, guaranteed. And that's just a lot, considering the roster. There's probably 100 people in that company.
The match, his final match with Velveteen Dream before he got put to the main card was absolutely amazing. It was an absolutely amazing match.
Velveteen Dream, who got released a week ago?
We want to talk about Patrick Clark. We want to talk about him. What a wasted talent. He's his own wasted talent. Yeah, because he's a good ass wrestler, but He ain't got no character.
Jordan, you haven't really said what you think about the Alistair release. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I'm gonna have to cut the camera. I'll be
wait, you
right
can
back.
hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
Okay. Well, I think he's gonna make WWE. He should make WWE choke on it because he's a great talent, and I hope he makes them. You know what? Go like, damn, we messed up here. Which he's gonna make them think that, but he's gonna be a big
I'm pretty
asset to
sure
where
Triple H is already thinking that. Because that was one of Triple H's boys.
that was Triple H's baby.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Alistair
You know,
Black was his boy. So yeah,
he's gonna be a
go ahead.
yeah, he's gonna be a big asset wherever he goes. You know, AEW or the Indies.
Where do you
Tommy,
want him to go?
me?
Yeah, where do you want? Where
Well,
would you like to see him next? Because see, I'm mostly a WWE guy, but
well,
you kind of like go around and investigate everything.
you see, I hope Kastle doesn't hear me, but I don't watch AEW, so I hope he doesn't go there. But I hope he goes somewhere like out besides there.
What are you thinking? Impact?
Impact or the Indies, one of them. Something
So
not over there.
so if Alistair Black went to AEW, you wouldn't go check it out?
Me?
Yeah.
Do we have an AEW? Are we biased? Is everybody hoping that WWE pulls their shit together?
No, I'm not biased. I told Castle earlier. At this point, I'm really gonna start watch. I'm a put AEW to record and check that out because I'm tired of being disappointed by Raw every fucking week. Every fucking week. I don't understand how the same company can put a great SmackDown on Friday and then come Monday it's just complete shit the whole way through. This is the same company. I don't know how that happens. I don't understand how that happens. Right? I go to SmackDown and Cesaro's being used good now. Rollins, Roman, the Usos, like they're all killing it in SmackDown. Rey Mysterio, Dominic, and I go to Raw and it's just a shit segment to a shit match to a shit segment to a shit match. I mean, honestly, besides the Randy Orton and fucking Matt Riddle, what is actually good in Raw?
Nothing.
There's absolutely nothing. Matt Riddle and Randy are the only entertaining aspect of
They
Raw
really are.
for the past couple of weeks. They've been funny. They've been entertaining. Their matches have been good. Besides that, Raw, and don't even get me started on what they're doing to Shayna Baszler. So, like some of these guys getting released, it sucks if you're a fan of watching them in WWE, but it's actually a blessing to them because they can go. I mean, look at like Tucker. Like he fucking got released. Hey, his first tweet was fucking freedom, baby. Like that was the first thing he said. Like, so clearly, some of these guys are happy.
Some of them dudes, like, you're right. There's so many, like Ricochet. I don't know why he resigned. What the fuck did he do that for? Why?
Money.
The money.
Never mind. There's
Money.
only one other dude in the wrestling world today that can do what he does, and he's over in New Japan right now.
Will Ospreay.
There you go. You said it. That's the man. Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin. He's the only other dude out there in the world that can do what Ricochet can do constantly. Constantly.
No,
and it's sad to see Ricochet
on Raw, you can see that, but on Raw, you can see Ricochet get beat every week. Oh, did that intrigue you watching Raw? Of course not. That's the problem, right? That's what I'm saying. These guys getting released, it sucks, but it is actually a blessing for them. It actually might be a good thing for them.
Creative freedom now.
Ricochet is a world champion in New Japan, in Lucha Underground, and Ring of Honor. I don't understand.
In WWE, he lost to Brock Lesnar in seconds, and then the next night also lost to the 24/7 champion Riddick Moss.
Hey, I don't have an explanation for it. I'm just telling you.
There is no explanation. The explanation is there's an old buffoon in charge just making idiotic decisions. Idiotic decisions like letting go of Buddy Murphy. I'm going to hit the next one. Buddy
Buddy
Murphy.
Murphy, his
Go ahead.
talent goes with the Dolph Ziggler. He got that Dolph Ziggler syndrome.
He
can
does.
sell. He can sell. He can sell his ass off. He's a
But
great
besides
wrestler.
selling, he's a very good
Yeah.
wrestler.
Yeah,
Very
he's a
good
very
wrestler.
great wrestler, and he can sell. He's got the package. He's got no charisma, and that's Vince's fault.
But
They
that's
gave
because,
him a
that's
bullshit
because
gimmick.
he's not allowed to do anything. That's the problem. He's not allowed. He wasn't allowed to do anything. I mean, that guy, right? Had he was like, he was mostly used on the cruiserweight division, and I said the cruiserweight division kind of took a shit. He just made, regular appearances here and there. And I remember when Dana Bryan and Eric Rowan was feuding with Roman Reigns, and I remember they had Buddy Murphy versus Roman Reigns, just because real life stuff. I remember that match was an excellent match. I remember watching that match, and it was a shame, right? Because I'm there like, yo, this match is fucking good. Buddy Murphy, Roman Reigns, excellent match. And then Buddy Murphy disappeared from TV again. And then they pair him with Seth Rollins. Great team, both talented, good. Okay, cool. Then they split him up. He's there with Rey Mysterio's daughter, and with the material. Okay, fine. He's getting used, right? But then after that feud ended, he just completely disappeared without explanation. What happened to him dating Aaliyah? What happened to him and Seth? Because then he showed up, like 3 more times, Jordan? And I don't know,
Yeah,
it was a
3
heel.
more
I don't
times.
know, it was like a heel again without any explanation. They were teasing that he wanted to rejoin Seth. That never went anywhere, and clearly it didn't go anywhere because he got released today.
See here, I can tell you exactly what happened with the Aaliyah Buddy Murphy thing. The whole human trafficking and pedophilia kind of situation.
Yeah, there was
Buddy
a lot
Murphy
of stuff.
being 34 and Aaliyah being 19.
A lot of fans. Yeah, I personally didn't mind it. I could care less about the numbers, right? She's over 18. She's a fucking adult. I don't care. And in real life, I've seen many people, and I know people who date people who are like 20 years older than other people. Like it's nothing shocking in this world anymore.
Now,
I don't understand why the fans made a big deal out of it.
okay, here we go. This is where it gets a little sticky. WWE is a publicly traded company. What looks good on paper and doesn't look good in the public eye is the bottom line.
I think that's the biggest problem, right, with WWE.
That's what WWE's hugest problem is.
They
gotta please everybody.
Yeah, they want to have this good guy image, but in doing so, they're forcing the fans to watch stuff they don't want to watch.
Yeah, cramming down PG garbage right down. This is not the Disney Channel. This is pro wrestling. They're not doing ballet. They're beating each other up on a nightly basis. I mean, Vince, get it through your fucking head, dude. We don't want to see that girly shit you putting out. That's why AEW blowing up.
No, there is no denying, right, that I was talking to Victor earlier, and obviously WWE is bigger than AEW, right? They have the bigger name. They've been around for so long. But I told them earlier today and this afternoon when we spoke, AEW has the potential of becoming better and bigger than they are if they keep shitting the way they're shitting on the fans, not pushing the people, the wrestlers, guys who want to push, forcing people like Charlotte that nobody could give 2 flying fucks about right now down your throat. While AEW, everything I heard about Double or Nothing 2021, I didn't hear anything bad. And that was followed, and Jordan, you yourself included, you don't watch AEW, but you told me Double or Nothing was actually good. And that was followed by one of the worst Raws of all time.
Ever.
When you see stuff like that, you see the potential, right? That AEW might eventually just creep up on you guys and just dust you. Buddy Murphy, let's get back to Buddy Murphy. Jordan, what do you think about Buddy Murphy?
Okay, well, I don't even think they even scratched the surface with the amount of potential he has. He's one
Yeah,
of those guys that, you know, I think when they let him go, he always surprises people. Like, he's like one of their best kept secrets that they don't even know how to fucking use. I
yeah,
was like hoping the story with Seth and the Mysterios would continue on, but in the end, it didn't turn out like that. So
yeah. They,
fuck Vince for releasing Buddy.
yeah. Quite passionate about Buddy, are we? Yeah, Buddy's an excellent wrestler. Fucking dope at it. And he's right. Once the Mysterio feud was dropped, he just disappeared from our TV. He just completely disappeared without any explanation, reasoning. He was just gone. Just gone, gone. So
They
I
should
say
have
we're
put,
on. Go ahead.
they should have put him in like NXT or something. Don't keep him wasted. He has the talent. They just don't know how to use talented people on the roster. You know?
That's what I'm saying. That's the part that irritates me the most. They have three brands. They have three brands, and they fuck these guys over. Like, if we have nothing for these guys on their main roster, just send them back to NXT. Trust me, most of them will actually feel grateful. Finn Balor going back to NXT has been the best thing that ever happened to him.
Exactly. Like, dude, they put Jeff Hardy on fucking main event. Who watches that damn show anymore?
Jeff Hardy,
Jeff
one of the big,
Hardy does not deserve to be on some show nobody watches.
yeah,
You know?
that's the thing. Yeah, if you count main event, technically they have four shows, right? And
But that's
still,
an
but that's an afterthought. So that's why I say three brands, three shows. Yeah,
Main
that.
event is a semi TV televised house show. Once you
But
get to that main event, you're pretty much heading towards catering.
oh yeah, when you're in that show, that's the thing, right? It wasn't always like that. When main event first started, it was actually viewed and shown like an
yeah,
actual legit show. They
it
actually had
was.
world champions and tag team champions. They had the wrestlers. It was literally their fourth show or fifth because back then they had superstars also. That got canceled. But now it's just yeah. If you're a main event, it just means they think you're a jobber, you're a loser, you ain't going nowhere. That's all I mean.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, poor Mustafa Ali, because Mustafa Ali is an excellent wrestler as well, and he's just there. He just started showing up there again.
He's talented as hell.
Just
And
the
look
guy
where
has.
he's at
I
on
seen
that
the
show.
guy's Instagram. He has to promote his own matches because they don't promote his matches in main event. How pathetic and sad is that? The guy has to. Hey, watch me in the main event. Wrestle this guy. Because I don't see any promotion from Vinnie Mac's company promoting
Yeah, that's
Mustafa
a
Ali.
shame.
It's sad.
He deserves so much more, Ali. He does.
So we have one more release, right? We're only missing one.
Braun.
Braun.
Braun Strowman. And to me, the biggest release was Alistair. But to the internet, to the wrestling world, to most people, it was Braun Strowman. Now,
Uh,
I'm gonna say this: Braun Strowman will always be wasted potential because when he started his solo run, the first like 2 years of it, he was one of the best things in Raw. When he
he
started
was
his original
awesome.
when he started his original solo run, he was fantastic. He was one of the best things in Raw. He was a believable contender for a world champion. We all thought. I don't know about you, Castle. We haven't spoken about it, but me, Jordan, people like Wild Culture, he was definitely going to be a good world champion. But it almost seems like after he lost to Brock Lesnar, like over and over, he just lost his momentum and it was all downhill from there. I mean, the guy literally won the Universal Championship only because Roman said, "Peace, I'm not gonna do this through COVID." Only reason he won the champion. If not, Braun Strowman, I highly doubt would have ever been the world champion.
Oh
Not because
no.
not because I don't
Never,
think he
never.
could, but because they butchered his character. His character was butchered. He went from a believable monster like original Kane, right? Just destroying people to a
Dominant,
clown,
yeah.
to a clown. So Castle, what are your thoughts on Braun Strowman?
All right, well,
Well, somebody's thing is acting up right now.
Is it mine?
but
I don't know who it is. It's coming out of both of you. Do you hear me fine?
Wait, let me mute.
I hear you just fine.
No. Mute yourself for a second.
Who?
You.
Hold on.
I don't know what's going on. Go, Jordan, leave and rejoin, and then Castle could do the same. Just leave and rejoin. It should work. Sorry, guys, we're having technical
Yeah, we're having
difficulties.
technical difficulties.
It's fucked up. Just leave and rejoin it.
Oh shit.
We're having technical difficulties. Forgive us.
Yeah, it's normally.
And now the whole thing froze. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, what's going on here? Sorry guys, we're having technical difficulties here. Beyond like ridiculous. We apologize. Jordan, are you there?
Copy.
Your shit's still fucked up. This is just fucking great.
How
It's
about
still
mine?
fucked up.
All right, now we're good. We're good. We're good.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Guys, we apologize, right? Because we're live, we're on the air, and then on top of it, my fucking video just froze out of nowhere. I don't even know how. I don't even know how this thing is still going. So, before this thing acts up again for whatever reason, you were saying your thoughts on Braun Strowman, Castle.
Braun's a bodybuilder who was learning to be a wrestler. He was doing great. He was really on a high. His feud with Roman, I like that feud.
Yes.
His feud with Miz,
that's when Braun was
with
dope.
Miz,
Yeah.
yeah, his feuds with Miz, dope. I think Braun Strowman needed more time, more development time. I think they pushed him too fast initially because he still needed to work. There was that little instance, you can look it up on the internet anytime, that he was wrestling with Lesnar and he was moving a little too fast and he hit Lesnar with a real knee in the face.
And Lesnar jabbed him right back for it.
Yeah, he tagged a good one.
He yelled at him, slow the fuck down.
Yeah, he snagged him a really good one. He tagged him a good one in the face. So, he could have been really great. They pushed him, then they dropped him. Then they pushed him, then they dropped him. Like, then they did that underground crap, and he was doing all right there too, and they stopped that. So they really didn't have no place for him.
Can we just give credit to Braun though, in the sense that when Braun
He tried
started,
to make the best of a shitty
when
situation.
Braun started, he was green as hell. When he first debuted with the Wyatts, he was green as hell. He was stiff, slow, was not very good. And where Braun Strowman is now, compared to that, he has improved a lot.
Does anybody remember Braun Strowman being an extra in, what's the fucking dude's name?
Adam Rose.
Adam Rose, the Rosebuds.
Whoa, Rosebud.
He's a Rosebud.
Right, a Rosebud. From Rosebud to Universal Champion, Braun Strowman.
Right.
Never give up. Yeah, never give up.
Never give up. Straight up Cena.
Just because you became a Rosebud, don't mean you can't be world champion one day. Jordan, your thought?
MJF, he was crack security for one Raw.
Oh, and then there was part of 3MB, and he became a world champion.
All of them became champion except for
Heath. Heath did not. Yeah. Jordan, your thoughts on Braun Strowman?
You see, I used to like him in the beginning. I remember me telling you, I had a dislike for him. But you see, he kept losing to fucking Brock Lesnar, and that he's supposed to be a monster, and that ruined him right there. But then he wins a title with a damn 10-year-old at fucking WrestleMania against Sheamus and Cesaro.
Yeah,
Like,
way to
what
bury the
the?
bar.
Exactly, you're supposed to be a monster, but you're gonna tag team with a little kid? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that?
They hyped that
And
so
then,
much. My mystery partner.
and then I don't think he was ever meant to be a world champion. He only won, like you said, because Roman got the fuck out because the COVID started. But when Braun had the title, I thought he had good feuds with The Miz and Morrison and Bray Wyatt, which brought back their fucking past. It brought back the Eater of Worlds for
That
one night, and that was
that's what
good, you know?
that's what I did like about the Braun Brave feud because of the past teaming up. They did use that pretty well, and I do like in a sense that right. Fucking Braun wrestled all three versions of Wyatt. He wrestled fucking the house show Bray thing. He wrestled Swamp Bray, and then he wrestled the Fiend.
House of Horrors.
Yeah, all the faces of Bray Wyatt.
And then he loses the title, and then he's back to being a mid-carder like he was never main event material, you know?
Yeah, the biggest problem after he lost the title is he became like the Big Show. He was like a heel one week, and then the next week he was like a face, and then
Yeah.
and then he was like an in between, and then he was like a face again, and then a heel again at the Survivors. He was like the Big Show. I was like, am I supposed to cheer or boo him right now? I don't actually know. Yeah, so I think we're all in agree that Braun was never used to his potential and was never actually booked. And I think that was Braun's biggest problem, not him personally. The booking, got to him. It
And
got
worse, they didn't even try to sharpen his move list or nothing like that. The running power slam, I mean, really, he could have came up with something better than that.
I like his original finisher more. He had like the reverse choke slam. Then he kind of stopped doing that, and he had that submission move to make people pass out. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. Then the running power slam. It's a power slam. Nah, it's like Mark Henry. I like Mark Henry, but the world's strongest slam is literally just a slam. Like I don't see the finisher potential there to finish you.
I would
Yeah.
have been. Braun Strowman's arms are so big. If he just stole JBL's clothesline from hell, that would have been perfect.
Yo, he would have been a monster. Yeah, the fucking yeah, with his arm, yeah, a clothesline from Braun would have been killer. Yeah, that would have been killer.
Yeah, the hammer
So,
and the clothes.
where are we thinking Braun's gonna go next?
He's probably not. He's probably not going to get a contract right away. He probably won't.
Where
Because he still needed much more ring sharp. Still needed.
do we think that he deserved a contract of $1 million per year?
Hell no.
That was his contract. Supposedly he got let go because they weren't trying to pay all that money right now. Supposedly, $1 million per year, Braun Strowman, like
For a lower mid card, because he's not even upper mid card, he's lower mid card.
yeah, to a degree, yeah.
Yeah.
But right, it is crazy though. The Braun was like go when you think about it, right? Like Vince likes the big boys, the big, tall, strong men. And then not only that, he was literally feuding with Shane, Vince's son, and he literally just competed for the world title.
It dawned on me that maybe this budget cutting shit that's going on is in preparation to offer Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar a huge contract to make an appearance to come back.
I wouldn't put it
That
past
could
him.
be true.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him because one, he's not under contract, and two, Brock requires a lot of this.
Brock makes his own wages.
Yeah, Brock is the real boss when he's around. Vince just does whatever Brock wants, we give him, right? And some people hate Brock for it, but the truth is, the man knows what he's worth, and he's using that to his advantage. And there is no denying, no matter what people think about Brock, when Brock shows up, he makes the show more interesting. He
He puts
definitely
asses.
he brings people, he brings the fan base because he brings that wrestling crowd, that MMA crowd. He brings everybody together when he's there. And yeah, so to a degree, some people don't like it, but the man knows he knows he's worth money.
He
I
knows how to sell
I
stuff.
I've always liked Brock Lesnar. I have nothing against him, right? My only problem and beef always comes when he's a world champion that wrestles like once a month or once every 2 months. That's where my problem
And
comes.
he can
Because your
go one
world champion
like
should never go missing like that.
right. And it's funny because like we always grew up. I'm 36 years old for the people out in the public, so I was down with the Attitude Era, and then even before that, the new generation superstars, Shawn Michaels turning into HBK. I've seen all that happen live. Um, I say that to make this point that the product has gone stale. And the only thing that Vince is trying to hold on to right now is what is going to bring the crowd. Brock Lesnar, as soon as you mention his name, people will come to see.
It's
I
like
don't
Goldberg.
personally care for him.
It's like Goldberg. At this point I could care nothing about Goldberg, but for some reason Goldberg shows up, people bash it, but the old school fans show up.
Brings money. It
Bring the
brings
money.
revenue.
That's why people like Goldberg, Edge, staying in AEW. That's why they stick around.
Contracts, yeah. So they
That's
can
what
bring guys
Takeover's still
like me
doing.
back. You know
So
who they can't do that with? Steve Austin.
they
Rock.
can't get him back. They can't get him right. Yeah, the Rock. They need the Rock more than the Rock needs them. Now, one last thing I want to talk about in terms of releases, right? Because I think we all agree, for the most part, these were all shocking releases. What I don't understand is how some of these talents were released, but they keep other talent, like Akira Tozawa. Akira Tozawa is a jobber in every possible sense of the word, right? So you have these guys who bring nothing to the product anymore. I mean, Akira Tozawa's highest moment was when he won the Cruiserweight title like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Akira Tozawa, like, that's one example I want to use, right? Like, how do you keep him, but goodbye, Alistair? A guy who brings nothing to the table. That's where I'm like, I don't understand how some of these wrestlers still have. Like I said, I don't wish anybody ill will. These people are losing their jobs, and I'm not wishing anybody to lose their jobs. But from a wrestling standpoint, how do you keep some of these guys just to get rid of others? Like the guy who Elias is teaming up with, or was teaming up with, I don't know his name, Jackson Ryder or
Riker.
something. Yeah, how is he still there, but you let go Braun Strowman? It just, these people really bring nothing to the show. Nobody cares if they're gone. No disrespect to them. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the.
Like I said, they got rid of Lana but brought back Eva Marie. I mean,
Yeah,
nothing makes sense in WWE. It's Mickey Mouse Club.
Jordan,
That's the day I quit watching.
Yeah, I haven't watched any Raw or SmackDown in like I think since WrestleMania. I watch highlights.
I catch Dynamite. I don't even watch WWE product.
Watch Culture's reviews just to know what's going on. But I haven't watched a Raw or SmackDown since WrestleMania. In reality, like I didn't watch Backlash. They have honestly just destroyed my love for wrestling. They really have. They have taken that passion I have for wrestling, and as Jordan knows this, I used to sit through all 3 hours of Raw without a problem, and then it became, let me just skip the commercials, and then it became, let me skip these matches, and then it became, I don't care for this promo. It got to the point that I don't even. I have like 20 Raws recorded probably that I haven't watched.
It went down.
I don't know how many Raws how many SmackDowns without honestly like I can't. Sometimes because I used to watch wrestling when I'm gonna eat, but now I just go like I'd rather watch anything else while I'm eating. I don't want to watch. That's what I'm saying. I'm really considering like just checking out AEW. Not because I'm not gonna start this debate. Oh, is it better than David? No, that's not the point. I just want to see wrestling. I want to see good wrestling. I want to be entertained, and clearly Raw because SmackDown has still been good for the most part and decent. SmackDown has been good, but
It's growing.
Raw because Raw in specific, Raw has destroyed my love and passion for wrestling, and I don't care. One of their biggest problems is too many rematches of matches nobody wants to see. I mean, Drew McIntyre is gonna wrestle Bobby Lashley yet again.
Again.
I love Drew McIntyre. I love Bobby, but I don't want to see them go at it again. How many guys do you have on the roster to have different matches? Why didn't Kofi Kingston win that match? Even if Kofi can't won't beat Bobby, the match can be good. The match can be entertaining. I don't watch wrestling just to see, this guy better win. Because sometimes if my favorite loses, but the match was hella good, it was worth it. Cesaro, Cesaro could lose to Roman, right? But if the match is good, it does Cesaro favors, right? Good match, Cesaro. But we can't even get that. Like, so that's what I'm saying. These guys release. It sucks, right? If you want to watch them in TV, but maybe for their sake, they're actually better off with the release.
Yeah, they have creative freedom now.
Yeah,
And
they do
that's
what they
where
want. They
AEW.
don't
That's really where AEW kills Vinnie Mac. These guys don't make as much money, right? But we see people like Matt Hardy, the Revival. No,
John Moxley.
Revival.
the Revival. We see a lot of these guys go over there for
John
less money.
Moxley.
John Moxley. A lot of these guys, yeah, sorry.
Chris Jericho.
A lot of these guys go over there for less money, but the fact that they have the freedom to develop their characters at their own will is what
They
John Moxley
have
has stated. John Moxley has
health
stated.
care. They have
Christian.
health care.
No, Christian.
Christian, Rusev.
That's why all the old people are leaving. They got health care. You think I'm lying? You think I'm kidding? They're actually employees at AEW.
Jordan calls it the retirement home.
Maybe, but at least they taken care of, right?
I know. I know.
Bro,
Yeah,
why you gotta write me out here?
that's all right. Was it supposed to be a secret?
You call it WCW 2.0, so be
That is
quiet.
what I call it. And I told him that too.
Yeah.
They're just citing people left and right. Mark Henry, come over. Mitchell, come over. Christian, come over.
I don't know. Look, listen. I don't know why they called Paul White. We were tired of seeing him years ago.
Without a doubt, minimum 10 years.
Yes, at least. We was tired of Big Show years ago.
It might even be more than 10 years. Yeah.
He is, they say, the world's biggest athlete, this, that, and third. But his move list consists of the same move list anybody his size does.
Yeah, nothing special.
And Brian, one more thing. AEW is on this Friday, not Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You know what? I'm just going to call it right now. I'm just going to call it right now. I will be recording AEW, and I will be watching it this Friday. I'm just going to say it right now.
Okay, we will reconvene. We're going to have this discussion again after you have your first AEW experience.
Yeah. I'm actually going to watch this Friday's AEW, and I'll make a video with my thoughts. You will definitely be watching it. Jordan, if you watch it, we'll just all get together here and talk.
10 p.m. 10 p.m.
It starts at 10 p.m.?
Yes.
Man, it starts
after
late.
SmackDown.
It's gonna get they're guaranteeing something.
Well, you know
special.
what? That's actually not a bad move. That's not a bad move because if it's at 10 p.m., you're right. It is after SmackDown. So you can actually watch SmackDown and watch AEW right after, immediately.
Exactly.
Right after. That's actually not a bad move Because now you're not split in what do I want to watch. You can actually watch both back to back if you want to. That's actually not a bad move, even though they're opposite companies. That actually works out for fans.
Brian, I'll hold you to this and watch it myself.
Yes, I will be watching AEW. Clearly, if it's at 10 o'clock, we'll be talking about it Saturday. I highly doubt we'll talk about it Friday itself. So who knows? If I enjoy it, maybe I'll be wishing for some of these guys to just go over there and just so I can watch you over there, because it's ridiculous. All these guys were. All right, let's make before we end the video. We're talking about releases. The video. He's enjoying every minute of the fact that I said I'm going to watch AEW. He's just savoring it, yo. He's watching AEW finally.
Sacrifice your soul to me.
And Jordan, I'm gonna start with you. This is of the fly thinking. Predict the next 5 wrestlers to get released. There was a rumor that more are to come at some point. Predict 5 more wrestlers that might get released.
Boy, you're putting me on a damn spot here.
Right
okay.
there on the spot. So, Kastle, think about it.
All right.
It's on the spot thing,
Let's
but
see.
I got 2 off the bat for sure.
All right, Drew Gulak. I don't even know why he's still there.
Okay.
Angel Garza. I don't know why he's still there.
But he's can I just say quick? I love Angel Garza. He's a good
He's
wrestler.
talented, but he's not being used right.
He doesn't need to get used. So go ahead. That's 2.
He shoved a fucking flower up a guy's ass.
Yeah. All right, that's 2.
Okay,
that's Minimax Company, guys.
All right. That's Brian. You already know my number 3 right there.
Go ahead.
I told you earlier. Jinder Mahal.
Wow.
No, not the modern day Maharaja. Go ahead. That's 3.
Ginger Mahal.
That's number 3. 2 more.
I want Jeff Hardy because he deserves to be in AEW with his brother. He deserves to have the sign on him.
Okay, that's
He's
4.
not. He doesn't deserve to be a jobber. Come on now.
Yeah. No, I agree.
All right. So one more off the top. All right. Off the top of my head, number 4. All right. I'm gonna go with NXT for this, and I'm just gonna say, huh?
That's fine. NXT's fine.
Adam Cole.
I love God. I love fucking. Yo, Jordan, I was thinking that in my head. You took it right out of my brain.
You know?
Adam fucking Cole.
I love him. I really do.
They're gonna ruin him.
Once he goes to the main roster, they're gonna ruin
It's
him.
over.
Like Kastle said, he's done. He needs to. I love him on NXT. Believe me, but yeah, get away from Vince as soon as you can.
I'm gonna go next. So, Kastle, you can keep thinking about it. I'm gonna go next. 5 predictions. Who's out? I'm gonna go with Shayna Baszler. She's been booked beyond repaired. And everything going on now with fucking Alexa Bliss, I think might be the beginning of the end for her, for sure. I think she's done. So Shayna Baszler. I'm going to go with a wild one. I'm going to go with Shinsuke Nakamura. Another guy who's just beyond repaired at this point. Butchered, killed. Shinsuke Nakamura. Let me see who else is in there. I'm not going with Jinder, though. I like Jinder. And Jinder was world champion.
Can I say one for you?
Go ahead.
Baron Corbin?
No, I don't think Baron Corbin's going to get released. Vince loves Baron Corbin for whatever reason. And I do like Baron, right? Nothing against him. I don't know. I don't think he's going to get released.
He's a great heel, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to go with him. I'll go with that guy who's teaming up with Elias, Jackson Raider. Useless. Nobody cares for him. Riker, sorry. Let me see. Who else might get released at some point? I'm going to go with another wild one. I'm going to take a stab in the dark. I'm going to say Carmella. I mean, this is the company that released Samoa Joe. So, clearly, anybody can go. I mean, they literally let go of something. And Carmella, it's like every time they have something for her, they just take it right back. Here's your new push.
It's ruined, yeah.
Right. No, there's no push. Oh, you might win the title again. No, you're not going to win the title. So yeah, I'm going with Carmella. Honestly, and I like Carmella. I really do. I think she's improved a lot. And damn, there's just so many guys.
What about Almost?
No, they have him with AJ. I
Right.
think. Yeah,
He's fresh.
But he can't wrestle for shit now.
I would agree if he was solo, but AJ having him right now protects him.
He's too stiff.
Yeah, no, AJ having him right now protects him. And you know what? No, I was gonna go with Jeff, but I don't think they're gonna relieve Jeff because of what you said. They're not gonna try to send Jeff to Matt. They would keep him just to be dirty, just to be dirty.
They are. That's what they're doing. They're keeping him just so he don't go to AEW with me.
And my final pick, I'm gonna go with Ricochet. With Kastle.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier, I don't think they see the potential in Ricochet. It's been shown by his book, how he's portrayed. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with Ricochet, as I think he might be there next. Kastle, 5 predictions. What do you think is the 5 next predictions?
All right. I'm going on a limb on this one because there's a lot of the people on this list have not been seen for quite a while. First, Keith Lee. He's next.
I didn't think about that.
But
he's next. Trust me, he's next because Vince didn't like him at the very beginning.
No, and then he got sent for more training when the guy could probably out wrestle most of the guys in that company. Like out of all the guys he could have sent for more training,
he
said
a moonsault. He can do a moonsault.
All right, Keith Lee. Who else?
Keith Lee, Sonya Deville.
I could see that.
Mandy Rose.
I could definitely see that.
Both of them got into trouble over the COVID thing, having parties with no mask. They're on the chopping block. Think about that.
I could definitely see them, both of them, especially Sonya. And can I just say real quick, not to cut you off, Sonya Deville, when they split them up, before she got into that whole, legal thing with the stalker and all that, I was really liking where she was going. And then when they brought her back, they didn't continue where they left off. So go ahead.
I don't know if this has happened yet already, but I know he's got one foot out the door. Bo Dallas. He's definitely got a foot out.
No, he's already gone. He's already gone.
He's already gone, right?
He's already gone.
Yeah, he's in like real estate or something like that now.
Yeah.
I don't even want to wrestle no more. See how WWE just took his soul? It used to be Bo Lee. Now he don't believe anymore.
And can I just say I'm jealous that, he has Liv Morgan.
Oh, my God.
He's eating good.
He's eating good.
He's eating good. That's right. He is eating good. Absolutely.
That's the PG way.
That's the PG word, guys. Eating good. All right, so Bo Dallas don't count because he's already out.
All right, so that don't count. Titus O'Neil.
Oh, yeah.
Another dude that I can see getting ready to get the boot. Because
the only reason I think Titus is still around is because he's a good speaker for them. They use him for
he's a good public post.
Them motivational stuff they be doing and the father awards and all that. The only reason I think he even has a job.
Right. So he's got one foot out the door as well. Yeah. And an honorable mention that besides he said it, I'd like to see Adam Cole leave, but they locked him in for another 4 years. So he's gonna be there for a while.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be foolish enough to do that.
I'd like to see Mia Yim.
Oh yeah, Mia.
You know what? That might actually happen because for the past 3 weeks they've been talking about re-debuting her, and they don't. Every week it's like next week.
Think about it like this: if Keith goes, Mia's going.
Yeah.
That's a package deal.
Yeah. And like I said, it's not like they have anything for her. They just every week they have plans to
named the Reckoning. They named the Reckoning. That team was garbage. They took her mask off. Vince was mad that her mask fell off.
Yeah, I remember that. Reckoning, T-Bar, fucking Maze. and I forgot the other
Teabag.
guy's name. Who was
Reckoning
it?
Teabag
Teabag. Yeah, Teabag.
and
So yeah,
Slapnuts.
so, fucking guy. That's Castle for you guys. So, any final thoughts on these releases before I end this video?
Guys, if y'all even see us out here, we wish y'all the best of luck. Y'all are gonna do fine wherever you guys land. Don't let this shit beat you down because trust me, WWE is not the golden palace it used to be.
No, he's right, and he's definitely right because all of them, one way or the other, have the potential to make an impact elsewhere. Because even people like Lana, who we think wrestling wise is not good, going to AEW could take Miro and improve on him like she had on Rusev when they first started. When they
Oh
had that
shit.
Draco Rocky Four thing going. So that might, is she going, might really just break him even higher than he is. So Jordan, final thoughts, final comments.
Yeah, I gotta hurry up. My phone's at 1% here. Just show them your worth. That's all I gotta say. Show them your potential, your worth, and that you didn't deserve that damn company. You deserve your own freedom, creative freedom.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're all gonna be fine. They're all gonna be good, no matter where they go, no matter what company. Right? We say AEW because that's what's kind of hot right now. But even if they go to Impact, no matter where they go, they'll be fine. They'll more than likely they'll be used better wherever they go than they were ever were in WWE. So guys, this has been Brian Redgrave, Jordan Castle, giving our thoughts on the releases of today, our predictions on possible future releases, and everything in between in wrestling. Because no matter what the current thinking
So
is,
fan,
like no matter what our current thinking is, at the end of the day, the three of us, we love wrestling, and no matter what company, we just want to see wrestling get better and grow, right? Because no matter what, all of us want WWE to do better. We all, no matter what,
Yeah.
we will like for every company to be a good company, because
You know,
it'd be cool if we could say, I'm watching AEW today. Tomorrow I'm watching Impact. I'll watch Raw and SmackDown, and all be good. That's what we all want. It'd be awesome if we could just enjoy all the shows.
yes.
So,
you
like
know,
I
at,
said,
at,
go ahead.
at this point, I'm only just watching the NXT and SmackDown. Raw can go fuck itself. That's
And
how
look,
I felt since fucking
and do you guys
Backlash.
know how big of a comment that is? Because Jordan has been one of Raw's biggest supporters for years. Even when I'm like, fuck this. Like, you should watch it. Don't give up. For Jordan to say that, it means they have really just hit the bottom low,
I
and
mean,
they
they only
can't
have
go any lower.
Randy and Riddle. That's not enough to get people back in.
Yeah, a
You
20
know,
minute a 20-minute part of a Raw out of 3 hours is not good enough to keep us there.
they're going back on the road in July, and they're acting like this. Yeah, I hope nobody shows up. Really.
And you know what? You made a very valid point. They're going back to the road, back to touring, and they're releasing people now. Because this is gonna be the beginning
But
of the live
who
events
the
and all
hell
this
are they
again.
even going to have at this point?
You know what? This is bad for the guys who are still there because they're gonna have to work even more.
Double time.
Yeah. Yeah, we need you in Raw
Double
and
time.
SmackDown, but we also need you to go to the live event on Tuesday, Thursday, and on Wednesday you gotta take a 12-hour trip to this one. Yeah. Sorry guys. This has been Brian Redgrave, Jordan Castle. We wish you a good day. Take care. Be safe. The three of us are out.